100% American made. And darn proud of it. The Charlie Kirk Show.
All right, welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. This is interesting. Priscilla says, not chaos versus order, chaos versus control. Flashback to the Get Smart TV series of the 1960s. I didn't watch that one. This one says, Robert says Blake is ignorant of the pre-2022 history of Ukraine. Maybe you should dive into that email and see if that's if there's any.
He says I'm spouting neocon BS.
Oh, I think of you as a
no
neocon.
offense, Robert. I take that a little personally. What I'm trying to do is I am trying to be fair-minded. So I've repeatedly referenced what Russia's perspective on it would be, what those opposed Russia's perspective on it would be, because that is what is dictating things. I assure you I'm not a neocon.
Are you unaware that the state of Ukraine and its borders were arbitrarily made by Lenin and Stalin in 1922 as one of the USSR's Soviet republics?
That's true, yeah.
If it helps, Robert, I am ignorant of all Ukraine history, not just
We have another
2022.
voicemail coming up, yeah?
Yes,
Okay,
we do,
we're going to get that. We're going to welcome
Ethiopia.
back radio, and then we're going to do another voicemail. Send us your emails, freedom@charliekirk.com. We'll be right back. All right. Oh, this is great. Kevin says, Andrew, I've heard Memphis officers call into Memphis Morning News that confirm what you were saying. Crimes are being downgraded here in the Mid-South area to keep the statistics down. Y'all continue to do the work that needs to be done in Christ. Kevin, thank you. So I told you it was a national phenomenon because you had the spike after George Floyd, and all these blue cities wanted to be like, we're not crime ridden here. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. It makes perfect sense. Okay, we have another voicemail. We are in the No Dumb Questions hour.
268 is the next voicemail. Let's just listen to it and then I have something to say.
Hello, this is Ben from Central Florida. Wondering what the administration is going to do about what's going on in Ethiopia, Somalia, Nigeria, with all the Christians being persecuted and being killed. Would love to know what Trump plans on doing and helping.
Okay, so one, I think this is a really good question, but two, I want everyone to know the reason I know about this situation is from Nicki Minaj, who has been talking about it everywhere. She's doing press conferences, she's tweeting. I know Riley and I have been talking about it a lot. Nicki Minaj is really, really in on this Ethiopian crisis for Christians.
Which is interesting because she's not from, she's Trinidadian, I believe, right? From Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean.
I have no idea. Let me find out, though.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know if she, now I'm looking at.
Can I just, while you're looking this up, so on October 31st, Trump designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. On November 1st, he threatened to halt all U.S. foreign aid and deploy military guns a-blazing if killings continue. November 2nd, ordered the Pentagon, referred to as Department of War, to prepare for possible action, including troops or airstrikes. And then November 21st, labeled the violence a genocide against Christians during a Fox News interview. So he's been ratcheting up his language. And of course, this is about Boko Haram, which is a radical Islamist group that is targeting Christians.
If you want, we talked about Ukraine being a somewhat unnatural country with Russian portions. Nigeria it's an insanely unnatural country.
So much of Africa.
It literally is on a scale. If you start at the south of Nigeria, you have Christian areas. Mix. You get up into the north, and it's not just Muslim, it's radical Muslim. Yeah. Boko Haram roughly translates as Western knowledge forbidden or like education forbidden. They'll do things, they do insane atrocities. They'll kidnap Christian girls and turn them into sex slaves for their soldiers. Nigeria should very obviously, I'm probably going to start a diplomatic incident by just saying this. Nigeria should not be one country. Nigeria should probably be several countries. Maybe the Nigerians will get angry about this.
Wow.
But you have...
I mean, some estimates place it at almost 125,000 Christians have died between 2023 and 2020. That'd be on the high level.
It's a nation almost evenly split between Christians and Muslims, but I believe the Muslims are growing faster. So that's a very dire situation to be in if you're a Christian in the South. And then it's the same thing. Why is
Sudan.
Ethiopia the same issue?
Sudan,
Ethiopia
yeah.
is historically one of the oldest Christian countries in the world. It's been Christian since, I believe, the 300s or the 400s.
Oh, I have a story here.
And but the country it's large. It has a lot of Islamic areas, so it has a lot of civil strife, and Christians get caught in the crossfire. And certainly we're seeing that our administration has at least adopted it as something worthy of interest for us to care about the fate of Christians around the world.
And Philip in the Bible,
yes,
went to Ethiopia.
Yes, and
he baptized the Ethiopian eunuch as well.
Yes.
One thing I will say that was very telling. So I was actually got an Uber ride. The guy was Ethiopian, and we were talking about Islam in Ethiopia. And he said when he was growing up, there was a very small minority of Muslims in Ethiopia, and he remembers playing with them as a kid. They sort of minded their own business. They were a small minority. But now, he said that's probably about like 30% in his area of Ethiopia. And he said now they're taking over. They're taking over the streets. They're taking over public places. They're worshiping aloud. They've got the Muslim call to prayer. And he was like, I warn you in America, don't let this happen. They will take over.
And this is places they can get a lot more aggressive about it. These are weak states. You don't have a police force that can come in and enforce order. You can have an aggressive, assertive Islam take over a city, kill a lot of people. And what I will say is Charlie would oppose more U.S. boots on the ground in more countries. He didn't want foreign wars, but he would like that for once America does treat the survival of Christians as a priority abroad. We invaded Iraq. We did all these interventions, and almost always Christians died in the crossfire.
Yeah.
So it's nice for us to acknowledge that that's bad.
By the way, Rich says that we forgot that the Ukraine was the breadbasket of the former USSR.
That's true.
Very fair point.
That's true.
It's where all the food was. That was fun.
This is a lot of fun. People
We
want
should-
more
I have
history
more.
content. We've got to find more history
keep
stuff.
going
We
for
could
a
keep
little
going
bit.
if we want.
But for radio and Real America's Voice, we bid you adieu. Happy Thanksgiving. We will see you next week.